Alright, here we go. Group break, I think this one's 11-24. Fire football. Mel's going to be helping me out here. Opening up the boxes and packs as we go through them. 12 box case, guys. Round 2. Oh, man. Dang, I haven't seen any that bad. Holy cow. Yeah, that would be rough. Alright. Just try to keep it as far over as you can.
Am I opening these?
Yeah. That's what I'm just doing the first one so I can get it going. We're not seeing me tonight. Just stack them up like this. Oh, you make your own stacks. Yeah, I know. First pack. Yeah. Close your eyes, Keith. I wish they just put one more base on the back of the patches, that way you don't see it. Yeah, one wood per case. And then Keith said one of those red ones, but I think Ross was saying that those are more random than one per case. But the odds might say one per case, if that makes sense. Yeah. And a lot of times that's what it is. They don't technically guarantee it, but they typically fall that often. Alright, here we go. Number to 499 for the Eagles, LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy for the Eagles. And a Matt Forte. Man, I'm already forgetting what they're called. Not Fire. Flame. Brett Favre for the Packers. Man, I'm off-centered. For the Packers, Brett Favre. And a Aaron Murray. Flame. $2.99 of RG3 for the Redskins. Giovanni Bernard for the Bengals. Flame. For the Saints, Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees. Johnny Manziel Flame. There's Johnny. Number to 499. Alan Hearns, rookie. For the Jaguars. Jimmy Garoppolo for the Patriots Flame. Terrence West for the Browns. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins for the Buccaneers. Andrew Luck for the Colts. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Touch. Peyton Manning up for the Broncos on the bottom. Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. And Clay Matthews for the Packers. Jordan Matthews die cut for the Eagles. Usner J. Josh Huff. Yeah, if you want, you can just keep lining them up. Jarvis Landry. Are we still waiting on all of our hits? We are. Hopefully this is not a hitless box. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons. This is weird. There we go. Now they're rolling. Julio Jones for the Falcons. First jersey out for Atlanta. That was one of the last teams. Ryan Tannehill for the Dolphins. Trey Mason for the Rams die cut. Phillip Rivers for the Chargers. For the Chicago Bears, Kadeem Carey to 50. Boom. Was that also one of them? Or did you pick up the Bears? Andy McDonald. That's her for real. Teddy Bridgewater for the Vikings. Andy McDonald, former Blue. Luke Kuechly for the Panthers. And here he is again. Kadeem Carey. Jersey for the Bears. Mettenberger for the Titans. Uh-oh. Guys, this could be a good one. Oh, I think I know what it is, actually. Wood of Wes Welker for the Broncos. Scotty. Wes Welker to 25. Wood. I thought it was. Richard Sherman for the Seahawks. Terrence West for the Browns. Derek Carr for the Raiders. Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. And James White for the Patriots. Rookie patch autograph. Big fish for the Patriots. Box 2. Julius Thomas for the Broncos. Die cut of Terrence West for the Browns. Von Miller for the Broncos. Tom Savage for the Texans. Logan Thomas for the Cardinals. Michael Floyd for the Cardinals. Brandon Cooks die cut for the Saints. Zach Stacy for the Rams. Barry Sanders for the Lions. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson for the Lions. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. What do we got here? Kelvin Benjamin for the Panthers. Volk. Good old Kelvin. Matt Ryan for the Falcons. Bishop Sankey for the Titans. Terry Bradshaw for the Steelers. For the Cleveland Browns, Isaiah Crowell. Autograph. CBJ. Crowell. Paul Richardson for the Seahawks. And Troy Nicholas for the Cardinals. Rookie autograph for Arizona. And a Trey Mason for the Rams. Trey Mason for the Rams insert. Alfred Morris for the Redskins. Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Hey, Seahawks. Dante Moncrief for the Colts. Kevin Norwood for the Seahawks. Rookie autograph, not numbered. There's a Seahawk. There you go, Ross. Antonio Brown for the Steelers. To $4.99, Doug Martin for the Buccaneers. Jason Witten for the Cowboys. Jerome Bettis for the Steelers. CJ Spiller for the Bills. $4.99 for the Houston Texans, J.J. Watt. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Got a random between Green Bay and Cleveland. Johnny and Brett. Silas Red for the Redskins. $4.99 Martavis Bryant for the Steelers. And Jamal Charles for the Chiefs. Oof, baby, keep these. If you're not going to help, don't help. I'm just saying, you don't have to. You're not forced. Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. Insert. Kelvin Benjamin for the Panthers. Eddie Lacy. Luckily I do. RG3 for the Redskins. Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Bishop Sankey for the Titans. Devontae Adams for the Packers. Jimmy Garoppolo for the Patriots. Doug Martin for the Buccaneers. Carlos Hyde for the 49ers. Jay Cutler for the Bears. $4.99 Vernon Davis for the 49ers. Tom Savage for the Texans. We've been saving all of our hits for the ends on these. John Elway, Ring of Fire for the Broncos. Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers. $4.99 Kevin Norwood for the Seahawks. Alan Hearns for the Jaguars. RG3 and Alfred Morris for the Skins. Eli Manning for the Giants. Here we go. Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. David Fales for the Bears. Numbered to 50, Kevin Norwood for the Seahawks. Numbered to only 50. Vernon Davis for the Niners. Cody Latimer for the Broncos, rookie jersey. Colin Kaepernick for the Niners. Marquise Lee for the Jaguars. Random between Denver and the Giants, Eli and Peyton Manning. Cam Newton for the Panthers. Brandon Cooks for the Saints. John Elway for the Broncos. Austin Seferian Jenkins, die cut for the Buccaneers. Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. Here we go. Boom. Nice. Kadeem Carey, rookie patch auto, 3 colors for the Bears. 5th boom. Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. Setting that to the side for you, Keith. And for the Jaguars, Marquise Lee, numbered to 75. Rookie autograph for Jacksonville. Papa. And an Earl Thomas for the Seahawks. Lots of Kadeem in this case, yep. Oh, here we go, next box. Eric Ebron rookie auto for Detroit. Scotty Ebron. Paul Richardson for Seattle. Josh Huff for the Eagles. Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. Jersey. Keep the carries coming. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons. John Elway and Dan Marino, so Denver and Miami on that one. Ryan Tannehill for Miami. Odell Beckham. I'll set all the Odells to the side for you, Keith. Phillip Rivers for the Chargers. Dante Moncrief for the Colts. So Ebron and Moncrief Pretty solid 2 rookie autos there. For Indianapolis on that one, Cinnamon. Teddy Bridgewater for the Vikings. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Jason Witten for the Cowboys. CJ Spiller for the Bills. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Eric Ebron for the Lions. Silas Red for the Redskins. Number to 499, Allen Robinson for the Jaguars. Andrew Luck for the Colts. Carlos Hyde for the 49ers. Barry Sanders for the Lions. Derek Carr for the Raiders. Matt Ryan for the Falcons. $4.99, Chris Johnson for the Jets. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. John Elway again for the Denver Broncos. Ring of Fire. Austin Seferian-Jenkins for Tampa Bay. $2.99, DeMarco Murray for the Cowboys. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Joe Namath, Johnny Manziel. That'd be a random. Jets and Browns. Clay Matthews for the Packers. I got a redemption coming here. Devontae Adams, rookie patch auto for Green Bay. Big Fish. That is yours, Devontae Adams RPA. Jamal Charles for the Chiefs. Number to 99, Cam Newton for the Panthers. Volk. Luke Kuechly for the Panthers. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons, die cut. And Terry Bradshaw for the Steelers. Bingo. We have a 49ers Seahawks, Deion Sanders and Richard Sherman. All right, random. Eric Ebron for the Lions. $4.99, Michael Crabtree for the 49ers. Matt Stafford for the Lions. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Ring of Honor. Randall Cobb for the Packers. $4.99, Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots. Gronk. John Brown for the Cardinals. Nice one here. Ha Clinton Dix, numbered 5/50 for the Packers. Big Fish. Nice ha to 50. JPP for the Giants. Derek Carr die cut for Oakland. Jerome Bettis for Pittsburgh. Cleveland Browns, Johnny Manziel jersey. Johnny Manziel jersey for the Browns. Cordero Patterson for the Vikings. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons. Jarvis Landry for the Dolphins. Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Pierre Garçon for the Redskins. Here we go. For the Buccaneers, Robert Herron. Rookie patch autograph for Tampa Bay. Fitzboom. Hey, killing it, man. Tom Brady for the Patriots. Kadeem Carey for the Bears. And Andre Johnson for the Texans. Randall Cunningham and LaShawn McCoy for the Eagles. Martavis Bryant for the Steelers. Marshawn Lynch for the Seahawks. And for the Steelers, Le'Veon Bell. Jersey for Pittsburgh. Soup. And Des Bryant for the Cowboys. Robert Herron for the Buccaneers. Devontae Adams for the Packers. Chris Johnson for the Jets. Allen Robinson for the Jaguars. Jordan Reed for the Redskins. Marquise Lee for the Jaguars. Geno Smith for the Jets. Number to 99, Derek Carr. Nice. And Ronnie Lott for the 49ers. And this next one is box number 6. Deion Sanders for the Cowboys. Ring of Honor. For Dallas, nice. Jadeveon Clowney for the Texans. Number to 299, Alshon Jeffrey for the Bears. LaShawn McCoy for the Eagles. Ryan Matthews for the Chargers. Johnny Manziel for the Browns. Dan Marino for the Dolphins. Julio Jones for the Falcons. Eric Dickerson for the Rams. Mike Wallace for the Dolphins. Odell Beckham Jr. Keith. Die cut. That's a beauty card. Charles Sims for the Buccaneers. Number to 499, Tony Romo for the Cowboys. Bruce Ellington for the Niners. J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney for the Texans insert. Drew Brees for the Saints. Teddy Bridgewater for the Vikings. Isaiah Crowell for the Browns. Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford for the Lions. DeMarco Murray for the Cowboys. Joe Namath for the Jets. Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Troy Nicholas for the Cardinals. To 499, $4.99 of $4.99 for the Buccaneers. Austin Seferian Jenkins. And Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals. For the Buccaneers, Robert Herron, rookie autograph. Fitzboom, dude, you are on fire. And Dominican Sue for the Lions. You get that? You're on fire. For the Vikings, Emnum, Jerick McKinnon, rookie autograph. There's a Vike. Troy Polamalu for the Steelers. Sammy Watkins for the Buffalo Bills. Wes Welker for the Broncos. Devontae Freeman for the Falcons. Fitzboom, of course. Reggie Wayne for the Colts. Jadeveon Clowney for the Texans. And Calvin Johnson for the Lions.